Well, greetings, guys. Once again, this is Mtshweni. Today, I want us to look at the topic of exponents. Exponents. So, I want us to highlight some of the themes before we even answer some of the question papers today. Okay, there are certain basics that I want us to, okay, basics of exponents. Don't just say laws of exponents. I'll provide a shortcut to understand the 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 problems relating to exponents. This is related to grade 8 and 9. All right. Whenever you see a multiplication when it comes to exponent, you have to know that you have to add what? The exponent. Whenever you multiply powers of the same base, what do? You add the exponents. But whenever you divide powers of the same base, what do? You subtract what? The exponent. And whenever you see what? The brackets, I hope my spelling is correct. Whenever you see the brackets, what do? You multiply. Whenever you have to multiply powers of the same base, you have to add the exponent. When you divide powers of the same base, you subtract the exponent. Whenever you see the brackets, you multiply. Once you master this one, it will be easy for you to understand other things. Okay, now in maths, it's easy to understand whenever you give or we provide more examples. All right, start at number 1. Let me use a different color today. Let me go back to black. Let's say I given x squared multiplied by x to exponent 3 x cubed. Whenever you multiply powers of the same base, what do? You add what? The exponent. So you'll take one base, then you add 2 plus 3. Will give you what? Sorry. Will give you x to exponent 5. That's what it means. Let's look at the second one. When you divide now whenever you have x like this and there's no exponent, you should know that there's always exponent 1, but in maths they usually don't put it. When you divide powers of the same base, I said you do what? You subtract. So what does it mean? It means you'll take 1x, then you say 6 minus 1, not 5, because we're given 1, minus 1. Even if they don't give you, you have to know that there's an invisible 1 here. 6 minus 1 is 5. It's x to exponent 5. So I'm still giving you what? The basics that you need to understand. Whenever I give a bracket, what do? You multiply. All right. Let's say you're given y exponent 2 and 7. What do? You will multiply what? The exponent. This will multiply that. So we'll have y and 2 multiplied by 7, which is what? Y to exponent what? 14. That's what it means. Or the other one that is relevant to this law, even if you are given information like 2x squared, then they put a squared like this. Now you have to multiply this with that one, because you have to understand that there is a 1 here, even if they didn't tell you, but you have to understand that. So it's going to be 2 to exponent 2, because this will multiply that one. Then it also multiplies this one. So x to exponent what? 4, because 2 times 2 is 4. So 2 to exponent 2 is 4. Basically, you have 4 to exponent 4, like this. I hope it makes sense. All right, the last one which I'd like us to bear in mind. If now, let's say you're given 2x what? xy squared multiplied by what? By 4 what? X to exponent 3, y to exponent negative what? 6. What do you do now? I'll just answer it like this. Firstly, numbers multiply numbers, variable multiply variables. Variables, we're talking about the alphabets. So 2 times 4, what do you get? You get 4, 8, you get 8. Remember, they are not the same. They don't belong to the same group. If they were the same, we'll take one base, but they're not the same. Given 2 and 4, that's why you take 2 times 4, then it's 8. Then you say x times x cubed. Remember, x times what? Times x cubed. The base are the same. Add the exponent. Here there's exponent 1. X times x cubed. You'll have what? X to exponent 4. How? You add them. 1 plus 3 is 4. So that's why I put it 4. Then y squared multiplied by y to exponent negative 6. Y squared multiplied by y to exponent negative 6. Take one base, you add the exponent 2 plus. Now 2 plus negative 6. It will be negative what? Negative 4. So 6 by 4 is to negative 4, like this. If you punch your calculator, say 2 plus negative 6, you'll see that you get negative 4. I'm doing this aside so that you can understand how did I arrive here. I hope it makes sense. Now we can look at what the questions related to laws of exponents. I hope you will pause the video and record what I just said if I'm too fast. Now let us look at this question. This question 4. This is previous paper for grade 9, but it will also help grade 8 because they do the same thing. Now 3 to exponent 11 divided by 3 to exponent 7. It is the same one. Remember, we said when we divide, what do we do? When we divide, we subtract. So what do we do now? We'll take 3 and say 11 minus 7, which will be equals to what? 3 to exponent what? Let's punch and check. 8 to exponent what? 9. But you can move directly from there to here. It's fine. That's why they said 1 mark. Even this one is 1 mark. 5 to exponent 0 multiplied by 5 to exponent 2. The base are the same. We said when we multiply, we do what? We add the exponent. So it's going to be 5. 0 plus 2. What do you get? 0 plus 2. You get what? 5 to exponent 2, because 0 plus 2 is 2, so it's going to be 2. 5 to exponent 2, which is 25, actually. Now here it's x. I hope you can see x to exponent 9 multiplied by x to exponent 7. When you multiply powers of the same base, you add the exponent. So it's going to be x, then 9 plus what? 7. What will you get? You will get what? 16. So it's going to be x to exponent 16. I'm writing this step so that you can see where do I come from. Then we come to the set between 4.4. whereby it's a to exponent negative 2, b to exponent negative 1, and a multiplied by b. Here there's 1. There's 1 and 1 here, but they haven't displayed. So what do? We multiply according to the variables. The variables that are the same, they multiply each other. So we're going to take a, multiply it with this one, because there's a multiplication all over. So it's a multiplied by that one, which is going to be what? When say a times a, when you are multiplying powers of the same base, then what do? We add the exponent, which means to take 1a and say negative 2 plus 1. We say plus 1 because there's a 1. Then the b will multiply the b1 or the b on the other side. It will be now b negative 1 plus 1. Remember, we add whenever we multiply powers of the same base. Now, what do we have? Negative 2 plus 1 will get negative 1 multiplied by b to exponent 0. B to exponent 0, it's 1. So our answer basically will be a to exponent 1. Any number, I forgot to state this law. Any number raised to exponent 0, it's 1. When you say 7 to exponent 0, and you punch your calculator to find that it's 1. You can say 100 to exponent 0, you'll get 1. So that's why, even if we're talking about a variable to exponent 0, it is 1. So that's why now I just put it a to exponent negative 1, and it's like I have forgotten about this one. It's not that I have forgotten because it's 1. I hope it makes sense. If you want to write it in a positive, what you call a positive exponent, it will be what? 1 over a. From here to here, to positive exponent, but they didn't say that. Let's move on now. I hope I make sense. Then we come to 4.5, which is this one. Remember, I said when you see brackets, what do? You multiply. So we start with multiplication before you even continue. So this 2 exponent 2 multiplied to 7 and multiply to a, which is 2, and also multiply to that one. I hope it makes sense. Let me erase it so that we can multiply. So you have 7 to exponent 2 because there's a 1 here. 2 times exponent 1 that is on top here, it will be 2. Then I have a 2 times 2, get a 4. Then we have what? B 4 times 2, start get what? 8. Then you divide. Then you'll have 2 times exponent 1, where there's 6. It's gonna be 2 here. 6 to exponent 2. Sorry if you are being disturbed by this chicken outside. All right. Then having a 2 times 3 is what? 6. This is what we will have. I hope so far we are together. Then from there, what do we have now? We divide. We will divide. Actually, we divide according to the exponent, according to the base, I mean, the same base or same exponent. I mean, same base, sorry, same base, right? What is 72? I mean, 7 to exponent 2. 7 to exponent 2, it's like 49. A to exponent 4, B to exponent 8. 6 to exponent 2, 36. Let me just continue this side. Oh, I forgot A to exponent 6, sorry. Now, A to exponent 4 divided by A to exponent 6. It's more like A to exponent 4. divided by 8 exponent 6. That's what the question asks, actually. So now, 4 minus 6, what do you get? What will you get, actually? You will get what? Negative 2. Okay, let's say 49. A, you'll get minus 2 here. 36. Then B alone here will remain because there's no any other value. B to exponent at 8. Like that. But if we want to stop here, but if we want to write it in a positive exponent, we can take this A to exponent negative 2, bring it down to the denominator, then to be positive, like this. We'll have 49, 36, also about that 49. Then we bring A to exponent negative 2. It will now be positive. Then we write B to exponent 8. This is 49. So this is the final answer. If 49 was divisible to 36, then we will take it further than this. I hope it makes sense now. If you have any question, you will text me or comment below. Now let us do the last question. That is based on exponents, so that we can do the next topic. All right. The next video will talk about things for x or something like that. Let's continue. I'm multiplying now. 2 to exponent 3 multiplied by 2 to exponent 1. Multiply powers of the same base. What do? We add the exponent. So we take 2. 3 plus 1, we have to get 4. Remember, I said we add the exponent. Right. We come to this one. 3 to exponent 2 multiplied by 5 to exponent 4. What do? We divide first the ones that have the same exponent. So we'll have 3 to exponent 2, then 5 to exponent 4 minus 3, because they belong to the same group. They have the same base. So it's going to be 3 to exponent 2. 4 minus 3, what do you get? 1. So remain with 5. I think if you like, you can take it further than this one, so that we find, since we are dealing with numbers, so that we can have the exact value. What is 3 to exponent 2? 3 to exponent 2, it's 9 multiplied by 5. So 9 multiplied by 5, you get what? 45. You can punch it directly from here to here. I'm just explaining, that's why I'm using this one. And you get 45. All right, let us move. This topic is based on exponent and integers. That's why you see we're working with numbers alone. 2 to exponent negative 2, drop it as it is, plus what? Any number raised to exponent 0 is equals to 1. Even if you are having this, when you punch your calculator, you see that it's 1. So it's going to be plus 1. 2 to exponent what? Negative 2. Now remember here, it's not just exponent, but also integers, because we're dealing with numbers. So 2 to exponent 2 plus 1, what do we get? Let's have a look. So I need something here. Or plus 1, we'll get 5 over 4. Why 5 over 4? Because 2 to exponent negative 2 to exponent negative 2, it's 1 over this one. 2 to exponent negative 2, you get what? 1 over 4 plus 1. So 1 over 4 plus 1, what do you get? Get 5 over 4. This is your final conclusion. I hope it makes sense. If you don't understand, please comment below. I hope you understood what I was trying to explain regarding exponent. Take care. This is Mtshweni. I hope you'll comment or text me whenever you are ready. Be blessed.